Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah, and today I want to share something very special with you, my favorite hobby and how it helps me learn English. My favorite hobby is reading books, and I truly enjoy it because it is entertaining, exciting, and full of new knowledge. But the best thing about reading is that it helps me improve my English every single day. When I first began learning English, it was very difficult for me. I didn't know many words, and I felt nervous whenever I tried to speak. I was scared of making mistakes. But one day, I discovered something amazing. I learned that reading books in English is like having a personal teacher with me all the time. From that day on, everything slowly started to change. Today, I want to explain to you why reading is so powerful for learning English and how it can help you just like it helped me. First, let me tell you why reading is important. Reading is one of the most effective ways to learn a new language. When we read, we see new words, full sentences, and correct grammar. It feels like we are practicing English without even realizing we are studying. And the best part is, reading is fun because we can choose stories that match our interests. For example, I love adventure stories and fairy tales. That's why I enjoy reading books like Peter Pan and The Little Prince. These stories are exciting and magical. They make me want to keep reading more and more. And the more I read, the better my English becomes. Now let me tell you how reading helps me learn new words. This is one of the greatest benefits of reading. Every time I open a book, I discover new words I have never seen before. At first, I didn't understand everything I read, but I never gave up. I used a dictionary to look up difficult words, and slowly those words stayed in my memory. For instance, when I read a story about a forest, I learned words like tree, river, flower, and mountain. Now, when I see these words anywhere, I instantly understand them. Sometimes I don't even need a dictionary. The story itself helps me understand the meaning. If a book says, "The boy was very sad and cried," I can easily guess that sad means unhappy. In this way, I learned new words while enjoying the story at the same time. Reading does not only improve my vocabulary, it also strengthens my grammar. Now, let me explain how reading improves my grammar. When I read, I observe how sentences are formed. I learn where to place words like is, are, was, and were. I also see how to use action words such as run, walk, and play inside sentences correctly. For example, in one story I read, the girl is running in the park. She runs every day. From these two sentences, I learned the difference between is running and runs. Now, when I write or speak English, I remember these examples easily. Reading helps me see grammar rules in real life, not just in textbooks. Even though I don't always speak while reading, it still helps my pronunciation. When I read, I hear the words inside my mind. I imagine how they should sound. Sometimes I read aloud to practice. Once, I saw the word elephant in a book. I didn't know how to pronounce it, so I listened to its sound on my phone and repeated it many times. Elephant, elephant, elephant. Now, I can say it correctly with confidence. Reading helps me recognize words, and listening helps me speak them properly. Together, they make my English stronger. Before I started reading, I felt shy speaking English. I was afraid of making mistakes. But reading slowly built my confidence. When I read books, I see how people talk in English. I learn useful phrases like, "How are you?" "What are you doing?" and "Can I help you?" One day, I met a new friend who spoke English. She asked me, "What do you like to do?" I had already seen this question in a book before, so I understood it immediately. I replied, "I like reading books." She smiled and we became friends. That moment gave me great confidence. For learning, I always choose books that are not too hard. If a book is too hard, I become frustrated. But when it is easy, I enjoy it and learn faster. My favorites include children's stories like The Very Hungry Caterpillar and Goldilocks and the Three Bears, short stories like The Lion and the Mouse, fun comics like Garfield, and magical fairy tales like Cinderella and Snow White. Every day, I read for 30 minutes after school. I write new words in a notebook, reread my favorite books, read aloud for speaking practice, and ask for help whenever I don't understand something. I truly recommend reading to anyone who wants to learn English. Start with simple books. Take your time. Learning is a journey. Every book you read is one step forward. Reading is my favorite hobby because it helps me learn English in a fun and easy way. It teaches me vocabulary, grammar, and confident speaking. It also takes me on wonderful adventures. Every book is a door to a new world. All you have to do is open it. Thank you for listening to Real English Stories. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't miss our next exciting lesson to improve your listening skills. Keep learning, keep reading, and keep growing.